All right, let's fucking hash.
Testing. Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tree City Live, episode number 101. My name is Tree City Wes. Kind of playing around with the overlay here, and wanted to make it cool, make it festive for the holidays. But I think I'm breaking more shit than I'm fixing. Now my camera's all out of... Here, let's get big here. Let's get big. Okay. What's up, y'all? Hope you're having a good holiday. We just had a little get together, had my parents over, had some fried chicken and some JoJo's and some pizza, a bunch of cookies and veggie trays and cheese trays and all that good stuff. Watched some Christmas movies, hung out. It was a good time. So I hope everybody's having a good holiday. Yeah, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, followed by Christmas Day. And we're doing the thing. We are doing the thing. So if you guys could, shout out to the 2 watchers in the chat. If you could come over to the Twitter, come over to X, give the stream a retweet. My big ugly mug here. And let's go ahead and pin that to the profile. It's been a couple days since I've streamed, and I feel like I'm completely out of the loop here. I don't know what's going on. New year, new tree. How about that? Jana Rakuten, while you're in a snowstorm. I am in a snowstorm. It's cold out here. I'm also cutting off the top of my hat, so let's fix that real quick. Maybe make me a little smaller. Move this up. I can't be cutting off the goods from Zen Crypto, the Zen merch store. Shout out to those guys. Zen Crypto store. I saw the Zensei spent another $3K yesterday on the latest hat press for some accessories to take the DAG gear to the next level. So shout out to the DAG team, the Zensei. He's hooking everybody up. He hooked up a winner, a watcher of the show for the 100th episode. So shout out to Toast. He got the drop with the Zen stuff. So we should be seeing that come up here shortly. So that's exciting. But that's kind of cool. So this is a hat press. It's the DAG hat press. Some exciting news. Shout out to those guys. And you can see they're actually building the products. They're not just using some random drop shipping company like Printful to get you some t-shirts. They're actually building the stuff on the fly, and it's some awesome high quality stuff. I'm rocking the t-shirt right now and the hat, and that's completely by accident. It's just that comfy. So yeah, don't have any watchers here. I've been spending the last couple days working on some little scripts, playing around on Bitcoin. Haven't really been streaming. Been doing a lot of the holiday stuff. So I know it's the Saturday night before Christmas, and I'm pretty sure I'm just talking to myself right now. I don't know. I don't think I actually have any. It says I have 0 watchers, so that's kind of funny. Hey, maybe the stats are lying. Maybe at least Janet's here. Me and my wife chilling on a Saturday night. It's awesome. Well, we'll keep the show on the road. Let's go check out the crypto bubbles. And look at that. They all got Santa hats and stuff. That's kind of funny. And we do got some big movers here. Some weird ones. What are these? Corgi AI and Cheel? Man, I'm gone for 2 days, and there's all these new... We got Elf. Isn't this Aleph? Yeah. So yeah, we got some big movers today. Solana's been absolutely ripping. Now over $110. Holy shit, I checked it this morning and it was like 95. That was down here. 9:45 a.m. It was $95. Now sitting at $109. Shout out to you guys. That's what's up. Man, it's been a crazy couple days. I ended up downloading the Phantom wallet. I've been playing over on Solana. I got a couple soul maps. So if you want to play in Solana DeFi, I had a good experience with the Phantom wallet. I do believe they had some sort of hack, though, a couple years ago, so there might be some better options as far as security, but I haven't had any issues with it personally, so I've just been rolling with it. It seems to be the group consensus that it's a solid wallet. Shout out to the 4 watchers. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. But now this one is an old one. They have a really weird supply, so they're back in the top 100. Aleph. That's interesting. I don't think it's spelled like that, right? It's that like weird symbol. AELF. I remember it's something weird about their supply. No, it's only 1 billion. I mean, that's nothing crazy. And then of course we got some pullbacks here. Aptos had a big pump over the last few days, got all the way up to $10, currently sitting at $9, and Aptos at $9. I mean, that doesn't feel like a pullback. That's getting up there. See, Crow also had a big pump up to 10 cents, currently sitting at 10 cents. Nice little pullback there. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing some volume, seeing some movement, a lot of green on the month. You see the top 10 coins. Oh my gosh, this scroll wheel. Need a new mouse. What's up, Craig Crypto? The little Santa hats. Hey, we got the check this out. So I got the it's the Christmas theme now. So we're chilling in a... Oh no, that's the collab cam. That's if anyone ever wants to come on the show. I finally figured it out. So now I can have guests and they'll be down below there. But Yeah, we got the snowflakes. We're feeling festive. I need some eggnog. So, hell yeah. Let's get into it. Let's go check out the deck screener, see how we're doing around the... or no, we gotta look at Bitcoin on the Coinbase chart, as always. See, I'm all out of whack. I take a couple days off for the holidays, and now I don't know what I'm even doing here. So, trading view, BTC. And I always say the Coinbase chart because that's just where we keep all of the TA that we look at on a macro perspective. And we always like to start off on the weekly. And I mean, we're just seeing so many green candles here. It's ridiculous. Just so much nice things happening for Bitcoin right now. People getting ready for the ETF, and I think that's the big news, obviously. You know, that's even seeing those commercials, seeing the commercials on TV, it's just mind-blowing to me. Wall Street talking about buying Bitcoin. So here on the daily, we still got, you know, what is this, 5 green candles in a row, people just buying Bitcoin. RSI is cooling off, even though the price is going up. Extremely, extremely bullish. You know, we're making the divergence there. It's a beautiful thing. So I guess this last show we did draw it in this little wedge, and it kind of broke down in the wedge, but it really did exactly what we drew here. I mean, look at that. It basically, you know, if I just move this down here, there we go. That was the move. So Bitcoin's just playing out. It's doing the flag thing. So I keep saying it's flagging out. So we made a flag here, we pumped. Made another flag here, we pumped. So now what are we doing again? We're making another flag here up here, and this is just another bullish pennant. Now these are more 50-50 when they start going sideways and they're not a falling wedge. But I mean, it's really just dependent on the holidays, on Bitcoin. What's the news going to be? I saw Gary was talking about Bitcoin again today, and yeah, some crazy stuff going on. And I'll be honest, lately, I really haven't been looking at the charts lately. Like, it's nice to see number go up, but I've just been having such a fun time in the Zen ecosystem, in the Bitcoin ecosystem. I've really been FOMOing into Ordinals hard lately, just nonstop, you know, checking out the latest mints, checking out the old projects, checking out projects I was into in like May and June and just buying back, you know, something like Ordilla. You know, I was in the Ordillas in early summer, and I took some profits on it and I sold it, and then you know, now everybody has one, and I'm like, oh, I need to get my Dilla back. So I ended up buying some more Dillas. We got some Ordinookies, we got some BitBlocks, Bitmaps. I've been so proud to see everybody talking about Bitmaps. You know, just we talked about that here on the channel months ago in June. In June, I was saying, guys, mint these bitmaps. They're on Bitcoin. They're extremely cheap, and you can come over to the channel and see exactly what we talked about and how to use Unisat. And that's one of the videos on my channel that has the most views, is how to fund your Unisat wallet and go mint some bitmaps. So it's extremely exciting to see, you know, we're doing it for $1, $2 in that video, and now bitmaps individually are $300 a piece. So that was one of the best. It's up there with SafeMoon for one of my best crypto plays. You know, just buying, as far as like the ROI, you know, I spent $1 and now it's $300, so it's like a 200x almost. Like, it's crazy. It's like 150x. This is wild. 300x, I guess the ones that were $1 going for 300, it's a 300x. That's nuts. That feels real good. In the bear market too, that's the other thing to consider. So I'm holding on to my bitmaps. I did take some profits on them, but man, you could tell I'm getting hyped. I just got Ordinals on my brain. But let's go check out the Zen ecosystem. We'll talk about XenBlocks today. We'll talk about Ordinals. We're talking about all kinds of stuff. Talking about Christmas. What's up, Caleb? Welcome. Caleb, it's been cool to hear your voice in the spaces. That always catches me off guard. Just to, you know, I always see you in the chats here, and then when you hear someone talk, you're like, oh wow, that's what that guy sounds like. So it's been really cool hanging out with like the Ordinal support desk spaces and the Ordinookie spaces, and of course, you know, shout out to Iceman and all the Zen and Pulse Chain spaces. It's really cool just to have these talks, you know, these late night talks, learning about Ordinals and Bitcoin. It's been a real eye opener. I hate to feel like I missed it because I didn't. You know, I was in there. We were minting VMPX and bitmaps, and you know, I had some like what were they? Not BitPepes. What were they called? It might have been BitPepe. You know, buying these little like ordinals. No one ever sounds what I think they'll sound like. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm sure people say I sound weird. Not to say you sound weird, Caleb. I don't mean you specifically. It's just, you know, it's cool to hear your voice. Anyways, so let's go take a look. Definitely a big pullback on Zen, and kind of it's, you know, certain things playing out, you know, not really, Zen's not really the hot thing right now, so people are just taking profits. They're taking their mints when they can, and when we see this Gwei's getting low, you know, people are taking profits. They're able to claim their Zen. And when this Gwei gets up there, like we were talking, you know, 50, 60, 70 Gwei, 100 Gwei, people are going to stop claiming their mints. And when they stop claiming their mints, we start to see some price action in Zen. Zen will move to the upside. But right now, people are claiming their mints. That supply is continuing to grow. People are dumping the profits on the DEX. You know, they get a quick 2x when you claim your Zen. You know, it's day one. Early Zen mints are still in profit, so people are still taking those profits. And, you know, I can't blame them, but, yeah, I kind of drew this blue line here. I drew this back here, and I said, hey, this is my buy zone. Once it starts to fall under this 6035, starts making these new all-time lows again, and it kind of falls below this, I'll start buying some Zen again. But I'm not quite there yet. I'm just kind of watching I'm claiming my mints, and I'm just kind of watching and it's still in our pattern that we drew here. So it's hasn't really made a move yet. It's just kind of moving sideways, doing this little, got some low volume, you know, 77 buyers to 100 sellers, so people are the minters are taking profits, and it is what it is. And I'm just holding my Zen. I got a couple billion staked, just getting those divs, you know, it is what it is. Hell yeah. What's up, Dank? What's up, Caleb? What's up, DT, Craig Crypto, Janet? Thank you guys for coming. Just chilling on a Saturday night. Why aren't you guys out partying? Dang, I was cracking up at that video you sent me. Crypto Bruh on the beach. That was so funny. Shout out to Crypto Bruh. That was pretty funny. So what else we got? We got X1 down 12%. And look at that. That's kind of some interesting price action here. So we had it in the wedge. It did make the move up. That would have been a prime spot to take some profits, but then someone took a big dump right there. But it's really coming back to this trend line. So maybe it'll hold this trend line, you know, come back and test it and go. If we fall through, you know, we might be making a new low. So we'll continue to watch Zone here. Kind of curious what happens with Zone. What's the cat gonna do? Does the cat exist? Is it Schrodinger's cat or is it Levin's cat? Been grabbing 2 billion per day. Hell yeah, that's what's up. 100 days till the Bitcoin halving. Man, it's happening so quick. The halving is happening. Hell yeah. And you guys, that's the move, you know. It just kind of, a lot of people are saying don't hold your Zen, but those are going to be the people that get caught by surprise, or we're just going to end up with a bunch of Zen because we're staking it and making more Zen off of our Zen. So, you know, don't let them fudge you out of your bags. A lot of this has to do with the market and what Bitcoin's doing. You know, it does look like Zen has a lot of profit right here at the bottom. And we know how the supply is. We talk about the supply all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down here and makes some new all-time lows. This is Zone. I wouldn't be surprised if Zen comes down here and makes some new all-time lows. You know, kind of hits this 6028. Maybe it comes down to 6025, or you know, even 6021 something. I wouldn't be surprised, and I'll be a buyer. You know, I'll be a buyer down there. I'm not a buyer up here, and I'm not convinced it's going to go down there. And we're still kind of adhering to these patterns. What's up, Diavro? Sound only on the left channel. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, let me... It's supposed to be mono. So let's go into... Good call. Where is it? Here we go. Channels. We might be in the left side for the rest of the stream. I can set it to mono. That's okay. Sorry, guys. But thanks for the heads up. I'll definitely get that fixed. I just have to restart the program and my computer to fix it. Let me see if I can try it somewhere else here. What's up, Rolando? Welcome. Let me see. So now this is going to bother me. Thanks for derailing the show, dude. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm glad I know this now. I want to fix it. I definitely want to fix it. Down mix to mono? Test. Hey, how about that? Boom, down mix to mono is now enabled. Let's turn that down a little bit. There we go. All right. Cool. Did I get too loud? Am I too loud now? Hopefully I'm not too loud. Cool. No, man, I'm sensitive about my sound. That's what so I used to be kind of a rapper, engineer, and I would always be the one that would mix everybody's sound. So everyone would come over to my house. I'd have to record everybody. I'd sit there and mix and master and make everything. So I'm really particular about the sounds, and I have my my side chain of effects that I like to use and stuff. So yeah, you're exactly right. It wasn't stereo in the left channel. It was not in mono. So now we're in mono. Cool. All right, back to the charts. So let's go take a look at DBZen. DBZen, a little 3% pump today. I know Roz has been talking. Oh my gosh, and look at this. I mean, this is exactly what we drew here. Let's come out to the day here, kind of zoom out. I mean, guys, that's kind of crazy, right? It's almost like I know what I'm talking about sometimes. But Roz has been talking a lot about Mastodon, and that has me super bullish, super excited, and I think that's where a lot of this is coming. So I wouldn't be surprised if this just straight up busts through this resistance here and comes up to the golden pocket up here around $1.10. I think that'd be a nice level for DBZen coming off the big news. But the big news about the marketplace is less about buy the rumor, sell the news event. What's going to happen when Mastodon opens is they're going to use the fees and collect the fees and use that to buy and burn the DBZen and the Zen. So that's gonna create some buy pressure on DBZen that's not going to be sold by the people that are getting the coins every day. So that's going to be some juicy things. It's going to be a fun experience. So there's also the chance, maybe they come out and announce that, hey, the CertTech audit didn't go as well, or they need to delay the start, and we could just come back down to this new low. Maybe we'll see that 50 cents level again for DBZen. That's kind of what we drew here. I kind of expected to pump up and a pullback, but it really depends. It really depends on the news and the product and this buy and burn mechanism for DBZen. That's going to be so sick. And we're going to have a marketplace for our ZenFTs. Like, I'm going to be scooping up ZenFTs, don't get me wrong. People are going to be trying to dump their ZenFTs because they think that Gwei is going to be so high, but when we have tools like Xenon and, the ability to claim, I'm bullish on Zen, so I want the ZenFTs. So if they're just going to dump them on the Mastodon marketplace, I'll go buy them, and then the fees from that purchase goes into a buy and burn pot, which then buy and burns DBZen, pushing the price upward. Oh my gosh. That's going to be some crazy, crazy shit. That's for sure. Yo, TCW rapper. In my previous life, man. I'm 36 years old now, Craig Crypto. That was in my 20s. It's okay. I believe in Roz. DBZen has a good future. Me too. Yeah, I'm still holding my DBZen. I got it staked. It's nice having that, even though the yield has significantly diminished because people aren't really burning, especially on Ethereum and Avalanche with the high gas fees, but I'm still holding my DBZen. I still got my DBZen for sure. Specifically because I'm so excited for the NFT marketplace. That's going to be huge. Thinking of becoming a whale on AVAX DBZen, aped in on AZen. Hell yeah, do it up, Rolando. I got a nice little bag. I think I have 9,000 AD XN. My goal was to get 10,000 DBZen on all the side chains that I like. So like Binance and Avalanche and Phantom. But I kind of gave up on that. I was kind of discouraged by the DB's NFTs, to be honest. But they keep building. That's the important thing. Like, even though the DB's NFTs weren't like the biggest... Yo, check this out. What is this? This is new. Boom. Live reaction. What is this? Buy, burn, and earn. Available funds for buy and burn, 0. Burn DBZen and earn 1% of the buy and burn fund. Burn max DBZen, min DBZen. Yo, so you can earn yield for burning your DBZen, which is... Yo, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So what does this mean? So we can, I'm assuming we throw ETH into this pot. They'll take the ETH and then they'll buy DBZen and burn it. And you'll still get your rewards for that day, but then they burn the DBZen, you know, creating the buy pressure. You know how the subnets? I saw that tweet about the Avalanche subnets. I'm not too familiar. I don't think it'll work, though. I don't think it works. It might. I don't think this, from my understanding, which, here, you want to see something funny? Talking about old videos. My first YouTube videos, I used to just do deep dives into individual projects. And one of the first ones, I believe it was Avalanche. Yeah, I used to call it the Crypto Alt-Stars. Yeah, right here. Jesus, I'm so fat. That's great.
Well-known altcoins in the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to be talking about Avalanche.
Look at this little kid.
Review the founder. We're going to see what Avalanche blockchain does, how it's unique from other blockchains, and we're going to check out a few projects in the ecosystem.
What's the date on this?
Let's get to it. To start,
this is over a year ago. This is 2021 for sure.
Here is Emin Gunsarer. I believe that's how that's pronounced. So what is that allows you to create entire custom blockchains built on Avalanche. It's kind of a networking term if you're familiar with IT or networking. You're creating a sub-network, and that's exactly what Avalanche is doing with their platform chain, their P chain. And then there's the...
That's crazy. That's about 100 pounds ago. So I don't really... so my understanding of the nodes, the subnets, is that those are private networks. I'm not sure that you can bridge them over to the main net. So I don't think it's something where we could bridge our NFTs over to a subnet and then claim it and then bridge it back to the main net. I don't think that's how that works. That would be pretty cool if that is how it works, though. And I could see there being obviously there would be demand for that type of technology. It might work like that, and I'm just not aware. I'll have to go do some research. But from my understanding, you're spinning up a private blockchain which doesn't interact with the main net. You're building your brand with Zen. Hell yeah. Hey man, I consider myself part of the Zen community. I'm not trying to build my brand with Zen, but I believe in Zen for sure. I believe in Zen. So yeah, I'm not sure about the subnets. We're gonna have to do some research on that. Also, my bag of Avalanche is like, I have like 15, and I think we need like 2,000 Avalanche, so I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. But I would totally look into it. You know, if we could set it up on the test net, make sure it's working properly, totally about it. Tree City West is in. Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. I'll throw some hash heads in the chat. That's what's up. So we see DBZen here. Look at Binance DBZen pumping up 30% up to 2 cents. That's pretty bullish right there. I mean, going all the way back to, what is this, September 10th, 11th? If you caught this down wick, you'd be up 400, 500% on DBZen. Just on that little wick, though. I mean, you'd have to have a buy order set or something. But even from here, I mean, this is from... earlier today, last night, 3 a.m., you're up 80%. That's crazy. I have a little bit of Binance DBZen, got some Avalanche DBZen, got some Polygon DBZen. Polygon DBZen is the one that's really making the returns right now. That's kind of nice. Jesus, look at this. I mean, it basically came back down here and now it's coming up. So that's good to see. I was definitely getting a bit concerned, but with the Mastodon talk, the buy and burn mechanisms, the front end update, I'm feeling extremely bullish. We might be buying some DBZen on stream. This right here is really awesome to see. This is definitely catching me off guard. The buy and burn and earn. Shout out to Roz and team. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Pulse Chain DBZen still struggling, but it's getting that rounded bottom. That's good to see. Kind of slowing down the downward momentum. It's good. See Titan X down 9%. We did sell. I had like 10 million liquid Titan X. I sold it right on this pump right here, so that worked out perfectly. I'll be honest. I've just been taking profits on these little coins and moving everything into Bitcoin. Like, there's no reason. No reason not to. I feel like I'm front running the ETF, but I think everybody feels like that, so that we're not really front running anything. And of course, we got Zenify, XNF. So we had the price discovery making the pullback. Hopefully, I found a bottom here around $2.40. If we zoom in, we're starting to see some red candles here on the daily. Let's go ahead and zoom into like the 15-minute. And yeah, you can see every day the claims come in and then they get bought up. So if you're looking to accumulate XNF, right when those claims hit, people dump their bag, you get this huge wick down, and then you can accumulate for 225, and then you get the run up. And when you get the people buying back, you know, they're going to stake that and earn those daily rewards. Buying DXNs and alley-oop by the fear, yeah, for sure. It really is. We'll see. The fact that they're building and the fact that the front end changed, I mean, these are very positive signs for me. This is not just like a shot in the dark. You know, we know Roz and we know Roz is building and we know what he's building. It's not like he's just building. They're building an NFT marketplace for NFTs, and the fees and royalties go to buy and burn DBZen. I mean, it doesn't get much more bullish than that. We have NFTs and those NFTs need to be traded, and OpenSea took that away from us. So now we have Roz building his own solution to that. It just makes me so bullish on DBZen. That's not even talking about their whole project, the whole buy-in, you know, the staking mechanism, the burning of Zen, the whole thing that is DBZen. I'm just hyped off the NFT marketplace itself, which will buy and burn DBZen. I'm pretty pumped about it, if you can't tell.
All right, let's fucking hash.
So between DBZen and Zenify, I mean, things are looking bright for Zen. I don't know how so many people are getting down on Zen. You know, seeing all this FUD and all. I think they're just trying to drive the price down because they see the same things that we do. VZen just doing its stable coin peg thing. Then BXNF. Looks like it also found a bottom down here, right around $1.80. And you can see once the wick showed up, I mean, that's when people started figuring out how they can buy some and then burn it and stake it, get the airdrops, get the Ethereum airdrop, you know, buy the XNF and burn it, and stake it, just kind of roll it over every cycle. It's a lot of fun. Missed the XNF lobby today, 75 days though, so no biggie. Yeah, I feel that. I kind of took a break. I was doing 2 every day, and then I started doing 1 every day, and I kind of took a break for the last couple days. Not really. I didn't consciously make that decision. I've just been so busy. Now I'll be out grocery shopping or, you know, Christmas shopping, and then all of a sudden the alarm goes off. Like earlier we were eating lunch and the alarm goes off, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably burn. I got an hour to burn. Which I think it's awesome that they have the hour. It kind of takes away the advantage that DBZen gets. But yeah. Really pumped for DBZen. This is cool. So they're at it. What is the buy and burn and earn? Burn DXN and earn 1% on the buy. Okay, so let's try it. Is this live right now? Let's try this. Let's try it on a sidechain. I wonder if it's available on Polygon. Let's go look on DBZen real quick. Maybe Raz only told Cleo about it. Yeah, Cleo held the announcement. Nobody knows because Cleo hosted the space. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, let's see here. So this is part of Xenon. I wasn't aware. Getting ready to deliver some of the Christmas magic with Xenon Buy and Burn DXN soon available. Starting today. Let's fucking go. Switching the dev fee to Buy and Burn DXN fee. Yo, that's so sick. This means 10% of the cost of claiming will go straight to the Buy and Burn. Man, Roz knows exactly. He knows. He's got it. He gets it. I remember asking him that specifically, and he was kind of shy about it, and he was like, yeah, we get 10%, but it's only been like $10 so far. And I'm like, oh no, I wasn't trying to like come at him like, hey, don't do this, don't, you know. I think devs, you know, builders deserve to get paid for sure, so I wasn't trying to be like, you know, you're taking this money. But the way that he said it, I kind of felt like I was coming off like that, so I kind of feel that's good to see. He's kind of backtracking. So instead of taking that 10% and Starfish Technologies pocketing it, they're making a DeFi, and it's going to go straight to the Buy and Burn of DBZen. So they're doing work. They're putting in work to help DBZen. That's for sure. You guys are cracking me up. So this is good. They got the Certic audit, 40%. Pre-reports ready for review. So I actually have some experience with this. I've worked with a few projects in the past. So basically, they create the project, they send all the documentation to Certic. Certic audits the project, and then they send the product, the pre-report, to the team. So as of the 19th, I believe they have their audit, and then they're able to take some time to kind of talk to, you know, any issues or problems. And then they update the code, they fix the problems, and then they send it back to Certic. And they usually go back and forth for a bit, and that's kind of what this phase is. So Certic creates the pre-report, they send it to the Starfish team, DBZen team, or whoever team, and then they take the findings of the audit, they fix the code, send it back, get a new version of the audit, fix the code, send it back, and until they stop going back and forth, you know, that's when it's done. Eventually that'll be 100% done, so that's exciting. It's exciting. That's a good point, Rolando. I noticed the first Titan X space a couple days ago. I was like, that's weird. There's a Titan X space. Hey, shout out to you guys, Craig Crypto and Rolando. Thanks for retweeting. Merry Christmas to the 15 watchers, 16 watchers. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I'm just gloating about DBZen, man. This is really cool to see. I want to test this out. I think I burned some, so let's go ahead and switch over to Polygon. And it might be time to hit up those lobbies, man. How many people have been burning for DBZen lately, especially when the gas is high? Like, you could have been getting, you know, over here on Polygon, this cycle mints 9,000 DBZen. Why don't you get some? I'm sorry, this updated. Now it says 5,000. But still, if you're the only one in this cycle, you get 5,000 DBZen for one batch. That's a crazy ratio. All right, that's interesting. So I have 6,000. So if I take out 1.5, I'm going to unstake 1.5 DBZen since I have 6,000 in 1.58. And I'm going to see if I can burn that. See what we get. be the top burner on AVAX. Man, I've burnt so much AZen. So I really don't burn my ETH, but I do burn my side chains, and man, I wish I kept my AZen. Alright, so I unstaked, but it says I have 0 funds available. I wonder if I need rewards. Maybe it's just rewards. I thought this might have said like 1. So we got 6,000 over on DBZen. 7. So I got 7,000 ADXN. But why can't I burn any? So I got 64 in rewards here. Feel like a whale. Hell yeah. AVAX is too rich. It is, man. Especially with the AVA descriptions. I made a nice little chunk of change, though, off those AVA descriptions. That was kind of fun. Ew, OKX chain. Gross. I wonder if our pulse chain's getting any. I think I have like 100 tokens over here. 120. So I got like 250. And that's got 67,000 PLS. Which is probably like $5.
That's for the DGNs and OGs.
Alright, well I didn't expect this to turn into a DBZen show. That's kind of cool. Shout out to Ryzen team. Congrats on the buy and burn and the Mastodon marketplace coming soon. Really excited to see it. This is great. I want to burn some. Why can't I burn and earn? Let's see what happens on Binance here. Yeah, it's just not. It's just not. That's okay. Let's go see how we're doing on Zenify 2. I believe I have my daily rewards to claim, and then let's talk about Ordinals. My brain is in the Bitcoin cloud right now. You know, I've been obsessed with Ordinals the last couple days. Hey, what's going on with my green screen there? What green screen? I'm outside in the blizzard. Hell yeah, that's what's up, Rolando. Now, what's your plan with the AVAX? Are you going to keep hitting AVAX? I was basically just shipping all the profits. So I started out with 10 AVAX. I spent some of it, and then everything I made after 10 AVAX, I was just sending to Bitcoin and buying Ordinals with it. That was my whole plan. And it worked out really well. I'm excited to show you guys my little collection. And same with Zenify. I've been claiming my Zenify. It's pretty low. I mean, I don't have too many. I'm not like a whale. And all my I think I need to repower my stuff. But come on now. I think I got a bad RPC or something. Spinny boy. Let's go, MetaMask. Come on. I am pretty excited. I have one last vanilla ZenMint due, and then I can reset my MetaMask. Because this happens because I have like 50 wallets in this MetaMask, and it's been extremely slow for many months. And like I can't even do shit right now until it fails. So we'll come back to that. I'll claim that stuff after the stream, but let's talk about Bitcoin. I've been on one with Bitcoin, man. I've been living in Magic Eden lately. Not only for the Bitcoin and the Ordinals, but also for Solana. I ended up buying some Sol maps. I've been over on Cardano, buying some Cardano maps. And that's the thing about being a Zenian. Yeah, we're chain agnostic. You know, Zen and Zenians are like water. We just fill up every blockchain. We slide in and out of every blockchain. We're flowing back and forth. You know, we're like a river that moves. You know, we're moving. So I've been moving around Bitcoin. I've been moving around Solana. And even though Zen's not there, you know, we got VMPX and man, could you imagine if Jack dropped something on Solana? I think the Zenians' heads would explode. I think all of our heads would explode. We'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be all for it though, don't get me wrong. So that's kind of funny. Magic Eden added the snow. So we're out here in the snow. And so Rolando said, I took half out for in real life expenses, rolled the rest into the Zen ecosystem. Hell yeah. Tried buying a BitPepe. Yeah, man, it's a lot. And shout out to the guys over in the spaces, you know, the Ordinal support desk. You know, shout out to Caleb and them, you know, I've learned so much, and I've just been doing this Ordinal thing, and it really is patience. You don't really understand how slow the Bitcoin mempool is until you're sitting here waiting for the freaking ding sound to know that it cleared the mempool. So right now we're only at 80 sats per VB, so we might be making some moves tonight. I might be showing you guys a thing or two about the Bitcoin blockchain. We'll go take a look. I'm gonna go cover some of the tools I've been using. We're gonna take some time to look at those. So yeah, the rest of the night we're gonna be looking at Bitcoin and XenBlocks. So let's get into it. So what are some of the projects I've been looking at? I'm going to show you guys my new collection. Just kind of show off what I got here. We're going to talk about each one. Here, we'll start from the lowest floor price. So obviously I have my Sats name. This is probably one of my first inscriptions. It's treecitywest.sats. It's kind of like an ENS name. It's kind of useless. It doesn't really work on Bitcoin, but it does work with Unisat and stuff, so that's kind of cool. But just something to have. You know, I got a bunch of ENS names. I got my Sats name. I also have treecitywest.zen, but it doesn't show up here because it's not a registered name in the name server. Then my cheapest one, this is a really old mint. I minted this one back in July or August. It's a Bitcoin Reaper, basically worth nothing. Community fell apart, but I'm just holding on to it. I do got my BitPepe. These things have moved up quite a bit, so I think I bought it at like 407 or something crazy. It was like $1 or something. Now it's up to 301. I think that's like 10 buckets or something. 10 ducks. 10 bucks, 10 ducats. Then we got the Node Pepes. That actually came up quite a lot. I mean, so when you're over on Magic Eden, you can actually click on the name of the collection. And then you can click on the analytics tab to see the floor price. So yeah, you can actually see, yeah, 409 as recent as December 18th. So that was when I grabbed that dip down there, and now it's starting to bounce back. It's at 3012. So that's good. It's making higher lows, making higher highs, and that's kind of a bullish look for BitPepe here. You can see it got all the way up to 305 back in November. But yeah, I was able to cop one down here, so that's exciting. So Magic Eden is kind of the biggest ordinal hub. It may not be the best or the cheapest, but it's kind of where everybody goes, especially here in America. However, there's definitely some caveats to that. So we also got the Node Pepes. I minted these guys. These guys are kind of stupid. We got the Bitcoin pigs. This one's kind of stupid. This was a cheapo that I bought, and this is one I didn't really do any research on. It was just very cheap. There's no community, nothing behind it. I just thought it kind of looked cool, and I just wanted to own some artifacts. Mempool was low, so I threw 10 bucks at a $1 Bitcoin pig. And now the floor is up to 302. What's 302? $8. So it's an $8 NFT right now. Recursive Punks, I've been holding that one for a long time. Got some Node Wizards. This one is more of a recent mint, and this one I definitely bought it a lot higher. I think I bought it like 307 or 308. So definitely down like 50% on it, but I just think it's funny. It's a stoned wizard wearing a cape and a wizard hat. It's a Node Wizard. You like the Bitcoin pig fire hair? Hell yeah. So this is where it starts to get interesting. This is where it starts to get into the lore and kind of like why some ordinals are cooler than others. So there's this project called BitAmigo. Kind of a very boring project, kind of a cheap NFT. This is a great starter NFT if you're looking for a solid PFP project. They're kind of a derivative of the, I think they're called Nakamigos or whatever on Ethereum. And it's just kind of a silly little $20 NFT. What's really cool about them, the reason that I bought them, is they were actually minting when Bitcoin hit 1 million inscriptions. So if you sort it by inscription number low to high, you'll notice that some are under 1 million inscription numbers. And I think that's going to be valuable in the future. So like this one's 900,000. It's like the Ghost, so it's super rare, but they had that listed for thousands of dollars. Now there are some floor ones, some pretty cheap ones on the floor that are sub 1 million. So that's what I've kind of been hunting for, and that's exactly what I purchased. So like if you look here, this is like 101. So these are all over 1 million. Where's the first 900? Yeah, right here. So there's this guy. It's $25, 00058. He's a sub 1 million inscription, and I think that'll be a little more value. It may not, this NFT collection may not be worth anything, but the fact that it's sub 1 million and it has some art attached to the sat, I think that could add some value to the future. So that's why I ended up buying this little BitAmigo guy. He's a sub 1 million. I liked his red shirt and his black hat. You know, very basic, little $20 NFT. You know, why not? Wanted a bit Pepe with a wizard hat? Hell yeah. I used to have one. Yeah, so this guy's got the blunt. I try to get, I don't know if you've noticed, but I try to get things with glasses. I don't know why. But I try to get things with like some kind of eyewear. That's kind of my thing. Or the red eyes, because you know, that's why. But this guy was just cheap. He was on the floor. He was a sub 1 million, so I wanted to scoop him up. Bob, this one, I just thought it was a funny Pepe. Bob on Bitcoin, kind of a cheapo, 306. I think that's like $20. You know, with the transaction fees, you end up spending like 40, 50. Yeah, so it's $26. Probably spent like $20 in transaction fees. But now I own this little Bob on Bitcoin. So these guys I actually minted last night. So this is a fresh mint, and I've been kind of following along. And shout out to Cloutcox. He's got his cockpit on Discord, and he's got a little degen chat we've been talking in Telegram, and we're just talking about these little projects we're finding on Avalanche and in Magic Eden. And I've been knocking it out of the park with some of these calls on these ordinals. Like it feels like the bull run where I only need to do like 10 or 15 minutes of research, and I'm like, holy shit, this project's gonna explode. So this was a free mint last night. Gas was extremely low, so with gas, I think each of these cost about $15 to mint, $10 or $15 to mint, and they're basic, very basic on-chain art on Bitcoin. Some of them have colored mouths. This one's called a Batman. It looks like Batman, so I thought that was kind of cool. It's a little smiley Batman guy, and it was basically a free mint. So now they're selling for $30 each. So I spent about $20 on 5 of them, so that's $100. Now they're going for $30 each, and I could turn $100 into $150 just by selling them on the floor right now. But I kind of think it's cool. I kind of like that they minted out, and I kind of think it's a cool project. So I'm holding them right now. Shout out to the order links. And then we got some other silly ones. Pepega. This was one I bought for $1, and now it's like $10. It's got the shades as well. Sell me some ordinal art pieces. I'm keeping mine, but I'll definitely walk you through the process. Like, this is kind of what I've been, I don't want to say shifting my focus, because I'm still fully focused on the Zen ecosystem, still mining my ZenBlocks, checking on Hashhead, making sure everything's up to date. But rather than playing in like shit like Pepe and meme coins type things, I'm having a lot of fun with the Bitcoin stuff. You know, we see what happened with bitmaps, and man, let's go. You need that Batman? Hell yeah. Yeah, there's the Batman. Then these are monkeys, so this is like an ape. They're calling these guys apes because it kind of looks like a, but it's just kind of some random art. I'm pretty sure this is minted out. But some of them have like little hats or like crowns. It kind of looks like a bunny rabbit almost. And they're just cheap little NFTs. Now, if you're looking to get one of these, I might want to wait. I'd probably wait till, because these are getting floored because it was a free mint. So if you're able to catch it for the low, but it's really, it's something you're going to want to watch to see if you can catch it low. But like I said, mempool is only 70 right now. Well, it's actually, I say that and it's already up to 100. But when it's under 100 and it's a $20 mint, you might as well just scoop it up. Why not? Need more bitmaps. Hell yeah. I feel it. Me too. I thought this guy was funny. This is another cheapo 308. So this one actually came up quite a bit since I purchased it. I wonder if this has the... Yeah, it just shows that I created it. But he's got some green candles. I like that. Like, they're literal green candles, but, you know, green candles in crypto. And we got the Orda Doges. These were minted. And this is just something I'm going to hold for a while. It's just chilling. Maybe it'll go up in the future. Maybe it won't. Minted these a couple days ago. Node frogs. They look like Pepe, but they're kind of this whole on-chain node art. Kind of looks similar. Now this project's pretty cool. I might buy some more if the price falls under 201. I might grab another JSON Maxi Biz. This is really cool. I like how this is different. So when you think of NFT art, it's usually some colors, some like monkey JPEG. What's cool about JSON Maxi Biz is they kind of leave it up to your own interpretation. So they give you this almost like an AI prompt of what the NFT could look like. And then you can plug this into ChatGPT and see what it looks like. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I'm going to copy this JSON Maxi Biz. We're going to head over to ChatGPT. And I'm going to open up DALL-E. And we're going to see what's happening here. So here is a prompt for some NFT art. It's a new style of project where instead of graphics, you get a descriptive AI prompt. Please take this prompt and create a flashy NFT for me. So then I basically paste the JSON Maxi Biz into DALL-E and tell it to make me the NFT art. So now it's going to read the JSON and actually create the NFT art that, and it's kind of cool because if you don't like it, you can just ask the AI to recreate it. So like, I was kind of playing with it. At first it kept giving me like, oh, that's pretty slick too. Like that looks completely different than the first times I was doing it. They got the smart glasses. They got the JSON kind of ghost. Like that's pretty sick, right? You know, it's kind of up to your own interpretation. Like it's a, but the best one, my favorite one, was the one I posted on Twitter a couple days ago, and it was just like this super ominous ghost. Yeah, this guy. So he's got the ghost. He's got the thinking emoji. It says "I love JSON." It has this key, which is, these are GPS coordinates, which is like the middle of the ocean. And then I put all that in there and kind of tweaked it, and it gave me this guy. I'm like, man, that looks so cool. That's such an awesome thing. Later, Dank. Hell yeah, thanks for showing up, bro. Take it easy, bro. Hell yeah. So that's the JSON MaxiBiz. I mean, I kind of like how it's open to the interpretation of the holder. You can kind of create your own art with the idea of the prompt, and yeah, you can see they're pretty cheap here. So it's 001. I'd like to catch it under 001. So $40 right now. We'll see. We'll continue to watch it. So yeah, let's get back to my items. So that was the JSON MaxiBiz, and now we're starting to get into the ones that are priced pretty well. So that one's at $40. You know, these are starting to get into some projects with an actual community. I'm not saying these are blue chips by any means, but the ones that we covered at first are kind of just no Discord, no community, just kind of pictures on chain. These ones kind of have a community. So shout out to the Ordinals. They got a nice Discord. You know, shout out to Spunk and Cloudcox. This one was cool because I was actually in this one when they were first around, and then I kind of fell off. I kind of stepped away from the Ordinals, and then I came back and ended up buying this later. So I bought this one recently, kind of buying back after I already took profits. And so that was kind of cool. This one was amazing, the Ordinals. So I actually purchased these just completely on a whim. These are knockoffs of Moonbirds on Ethereum. They're derivatives on Bitcoin called Ordinals. Grab these for $5. Now it's up to 2035. So I grabbed these for $5 each. Now they're 2035 BTC in USD. $150 each. Yo, that's crazy. So shout out to the Ordinals, Moonbirds. Now, Ordinookies, now these guys have a special place in my heart. They actually added me to their private chat, so I've been kind of hanging out with these guys, and they won the poll that I did last week. Last week I kind of put up this poll. I said, hey, here's some NFT projects I own. I think they're pretty cool. Which one should I do? Which one should I make my PFP? And the Ordinookie won, so I grabbed the Ordinookie, bought it off the floor, made it my PFP. So now I own these two Ordinookies, and let me see if I can see when I purchased them. Yeah, so I bought this Ordinookie for $34, 3078. It's currently worth 2021. Which is $91. So I bought it for $34, currently $91, and it's nice. I mean, that's amazing, right? Like just buying these funny little cartoon pictures that I think are cool. Now it's 3x from where I purchased it just 10 days ago. That's only 10 days. I'm not planning on selling anytime soon, but it's just crazy to see the price appreciation, seeing everyone else with these weird PFPs. I couldn't even tell you what an Ordinookie is. It's kind of like this Japanese panda bear. Very cool though. I'm excited to be a part of the group. So I love the Bitcoin gold background. This guy with the shades, he's got the necklace, the little Bitcoin logo on his chest. So that's why I went with this guy for the PFP. I was glad he won. And then this is where we start getting into some interesting stuff. Where Bitcoin is a bit different than NFTs. So not only do you have ordinals and rare artifacts, but you also have sats. And individual sats can be from certain blocks and certain transactions, and it makes them more valuable, more rare than other ones. So for example, I have this Planetary Prime here, and this is an NFT. And when this NFT was minted, it was minted on a specific sat. So as you know, the name sat comes from Satoshi Nakamoto. Well, this is actually on a vintage Nakamoto sat. So this is actually an ordinal on top of a Satoshi that Satoshi Nakamoto himself mined. That alone makes it valuable. So people will be mining and looking for sats that people like Satoshi and Hal Finney, the original Block 78 transactions, all these different things. People search for those sats so they can inscribe them on ordinals. The floor price of this project is so high because it's inscribed on Satoshi sats, which is kind of a different thing. You don't really have something like that on regular NFTs on Ethereum. It's kind of an extra layer of rarity where you have, not only is the art cool and it's its own NFT, but the NFT is actually inscribed on top of a sat that's also rare and adds value to the project. Those are called sattributes. So depending on how old or how vintage or how uncommon your sat is, it may be worth more or less. It may add value to the ordinal that you inscribe it upon. Amazing stuff. This stuff is totally blowing my mind, and I've had so much fun over the last couple weeks just diving into the ordinals. Same with the pixel doges. I woke up and these have a whole other crazy story. So these things just kind of fell in my lap. If you're in that group with shout out to Clout Cox and Claudia and all those people hanging out in there. We're all passing around these DGen plays. So I woke up yesterday, and my new habit is to check the mempool to see if people are minting anything. And I started seeing these doges, these pixel doges, and I was like, oh, someone's ripping off the Ordinals on Dogecoin. That's kind of a funny derivative. It seems pretty hot. Let's mint a couple. So I checked it out, and I'm like, oh, these already exist. You can just buy them off the floor. That must be how the artist is doing it, just releasing them all at the same price. So I thought that was odd. I checked it out on Magic Eden. I bought these two. Little did I find, I came to realize that this is actually a project that was launched by the same people that launched Ordinals. This was their first project before they launched the Ordinals on Dogecoin. They actually launched Ordinals, these pixel doges, on Bitcoin. So if you remember 10 minutes ago, when we first started this talk, I was saying, hey, those inscriptions below 1 million are likely worth more. So these Ordinals are so old that they're sub 1 million inscriptions. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Not only are they sub 1 million, not only are they Doge, like the Ordinals that are completely exploding on Dogecoin right now, they're also sub 1 million. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get two. So we ended up buying two of these. Let's go see what for. So I got the pixel doges for $30. That's 00069. So I told everybody, I'm like, guys, buy these freaking stupid doges. There's something weird happening here. The inscription numbers are under 1 million. They look just like the Ordinals, and the guys are saying that this is their same project. So I'm like, buy them. So the 3069, current price is 20275. So you could have bought these for $30. Now they're up to 20275. It's $120 each. So $60 into $240. I mean, that's only on Bitcoin, only on Ordinals right now. Like it's just crazy. You'll give me a billion Zen. Yeah, I grabbed two of them for $30, and it's kind of funny. There's kind of the story behind it. When you're blazing, when you're smoking weed, it's like, this is how you feel, but this is what you look like. Yeah, I feel so cool in like my wizard outfit, thinking about the universe, but really I'm just sitting there with my tongue hanging out. So we also have the BitBlocks, which is a whole other thing that's extremely hot right now. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with the bitmaps. Bitmaps are Bitcoin blocks. Each of these blocks inside the bitmaps are transactions. The blocks are built on transactions, the data within the blocks. It kind of makes them cool. That's why they're running up. So this guy, artist, what's his name? I forget his name already. Billy. So this dude seems very cool. I don't really know his background or anything, so but I've had some awesome interactions with him in the Discord. Seems like a very knowledgeable guy. I like his sense of art, I guess, his sense of art, you could say. I like how these are kind of abstract and colorful and very cool. So these are kind of like ordinal bitmaps. So with bitmaps, you're minting a block number, and that on that block number are all the transactions of that block. Cool, right? With the bit blocks, it's actually, instead of being a bitmap tied to a block, it's actually an ordinal tied to the data within that ordinal. So it actually creates these lines and these design and these colors from a specific ordinal. So for instance, I have this bit block 5534, and you're like, hey, these colors look familiar. Well, if you look in the lower right here, it's actually built from my Ordinookie. So let me make sure you can see this here. Yeah, so up here, you can see the inscription kind of right above my head. So it takes the colors, it takes the data on the inscription, and then it creates this weird bit block, kind of like a bitmap, but it's a block of the ordinal, and it's kind of a recursive inscription, and it's referencing this Ordinookie. So I thought this was extremely cool. I love the abstract art. I love the idea, and I actually got this, and it's inscribed on a block 78, which is a sat. That's a Satoshi mined by Hal Finney in block 78, which is the first block mined by someone other than Satoshi Nakamoto. So not only do I have a block mined by Hal Finney, I also have a Satoshi mined by Satoshi himself. So just chilling in my wallet, I got Hal Finney and Satoshi Nakamoto. Like, that's so cool. Like, that is amazing to me. Like, I hope I don't fuck this wallet up, because these could go to zero. I don't really care what they're worth. But to me, like, that's kind of important to me to know that I own Satoshis that were mined by Hal Finney and Satoshi Nakamoto. That's amazing. That is historical. You know, that's really interesting. So that's what this little 78 here. It's a block 78. Sats mined by Hal Finney in block 78. First one other than Satoshi to mine. So that was my first bit block. The other bit block was my Ordilla. So I got I like the colors of this little guy. The dark gray and the black and the green with the red and the blue. Kind of this orange and the blue. So I threw it into the bit block generator, and here's the bit block that I got for my Ordinookie. And this one is just a common sat. It's a vintage sat, so it's a sat that's mined in the first 1,000 blocks. Hey, hit me up after the stream, Rolando. I'll help you out. We'll have to get in a space or something. We could talk about it. For sure. So those are the bit blocks. Those just came out yesterday, or the day before. I wish I grabbed more, man. These were a free mint. And this free mint's currently sitting at 0043. It's about $200 each. So yeah, 190, 188. So that's really exciting. Some of these people, so I kind of wish I didn't really think about it like that. Like, I wanted to own the NFTs that my bit blocks were inscribed on. Many people just went straight up for old inscriptions, you know, for old, you know, the first 10 or the first 100 inscriptions, you know, or this one is an OMB, you know, that's really cool. But I thought it would be cooler to own not only the bit block, but also the NFT that it was how would you say that? Recursioned from? Soul is 117 plus. That's nuts. What's up, Crypto Burger? Yeah, it's moving right now. And then also, I thought this was kind of a cool project. I grabbed one of these, Bitcoin Burial. Anytime the media says Bitcoin's dead, they call it a Bitcoin Burial. So this one was July 4th, 2018. It's a collection of lovingly crafted headstones in a pixel art style, each engraved with the BTC logo and a date tied to an obituary predicting Bitcoin's death as selected from a historic archive. making Bitcoin magical, one burial at a time. I love the ideas and kind of the story behind that. Very cool backstory. Kind of something I've always followed. You know, how many times is Bitcoin dead? How many times does the news say Bitcoin's dead? The media say Bitcoin's dead. Bankers say Bitcoin's dead. They said it's dead so many times that they made an NFT collection on top of Bitcoin called Bitcoin Burial. Of all the times they said it's dead. I think that's so great. And then also we got the bitmaps. So I have so many bitmaps still. And my goal is to keep... I have a couple that are really special to me. Kind of have some rare messages on them. Messages from the mines. I also got some interesting looking ones. Like kind of these like weird looking punks almost. And then some like... These are kind of look like Mondrian-ish. So shout out to the bitmappers. Gonna need a new dictionary for crypto nerd terms. Buy any collections where there's duplicate prints? No, I try not to. I own Richard's cock. I don't know if you know that one. Yeah, I got that's kind of a print from our buddy Clout Cox. Let's see if I can see Richard's cock. You motherfucker. Do we have any cocks in here? What is all this shit? All this shit just shows up in my wallet. Where did the ETH go? Twerk, Kool-Aid, Timmy, Pie and Burn token. Oh, here we go. NFTs. Oh shit. I got my Pulse Punks. I got a couple of those. Pulse Chain Punks. Got a bunch of DBZen. Hey, here we go. Here's Richard's cock. This is the only print that I own. So when we say print, that means this is the same NFT, except it's many people hold it. So all these people own this one picture. It's not like an individual photo. It's just a look at that. This one owns 5,000. What the hell? It's crazy. So I own one Richard's cock. I just did it for the love. But yeah, I don't own any artistic ones like that. Well, I guess you could say Richard's cock's artistic, but you didn't mint any bitmaps. You didn't watch my channel. No, I'm just playing. You're one of my biggest supporters. But I love showing it off. I'm so proud of bitmaps because if you go back to my channel 6 months ago, here, let's just search. There's one specific episode where I said, came back from vacation. Back from vacation. What are bitmaps? 5 months ago.
We're cut in half. That's a famous Bitcoin block. All these different types of historical blocks could have value in this new bitmap metaverse or this new bitmap idea. And then there's also just cool numbers, 6-9 or 420, palindromes like 1221 or sequential numbers like 1234, 456. I bet that's a really popular one, block 1234. Almost 80,000 people have inscribed, or 800,000 people have inscribed that one too. Well, you can see it's doing everything with... Let's see, let me refresh.
So you can go back and watch these videos. There's a lot of good information about bitmaps and all that fun stuff.
So if I type in Ethereum here, there's actually a couple messages that people inscribe the word Ethereum into Bitcoin blocks.
The first being in 2015, somebody printed this URL that has a 3D sketch of Ethereum. Well, I'm curious what this is. It's a GitHub. Let's take a look. Not the Vitalik Buterin you're looking for. That's funny. So it's between $6 and $10. So Bitcoin was between $400 and $500, while Ethereum was between $6 and $10 at the time. And this guy would. It's so amazing. This guy's calling for Ethereum parity in 2016. From this date in 2016 was calling for Ethereum parity. It means the same price, or the same action. That's interesting. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's right, Janet. That does put it all in perspective. Like, that's when the Titanic sub was happening. The Titan sub. Yeah, that collapsed on the bottom of the ocean. It feels like that, Rolando. I just thought they were cool. I love the idea. It's kind of like a time capsule. Like, I'm really into history. So the fact that you could the miners were inscribing these messages for people to find 10 years later, and it's all this weird shit. Like, I was having a ball just going through, finding a message and then grabbing that bit block. Yeah, that's crazy. So I've been spending a lot of time over here on Bitcoin, and so the last thing I want to show you guys is this amazing tool. So Magic Eden's kind of the open sea of Bitcoin ordinals, but there are other. Can you show Jenny data? I'm not familiar with that one. What's that one? Can you throw the link in the chat? Here, let's see. Real-time trading assistant. Jenny data ordinals. Yo, what is this? I'm gonna have to look into this. I'm not gonna connect my wallet, but yo, this looks really cool. So I wanted to talk, yeah, so check out this tool. This is kind of the tool that I've been, it's basically an aggregator site of ordinals and inscriptions. That's funny, because that's exactly what I was going to show. So this is there's a site called bestinslot.xyz, and I'm actually in talks with these guys. They just released an API, and I created a little script. I showed them the script, and I'm like, hey, do you guys want to sponsor on the channel? Like, it'd be awesome. I use your tool every day. I'd love to share it with the community. And they said they're going to talk about it and get back to me. So I haven't heard anything yet. There's nothing official, but I love this tool. And it's exactly like you said, Caleb. It's an aggregator for ordinals. And you can do it by collections and by BRCs. So say I come over here and I'm shopping for something. What do we want to shop for? I want to get some more JSON MaxiBiz, and I really want to get it under 301. I'm sorry, 201. So if I type in JSON, so they got the BRC20. I want the JMBs. JSON MaxiBiz 10,000 collection. So what this does is it actually aggregates all of the different exchanges. So right now, these are mainly Magic Eden. Occasionally you'll get lucky and you'll find people forget to remove their listings on like Ordinals wallet or on Gamma, and you get lucky and you're like, why is this one like so much lower than all these other sites? Yeah, this one's a bad example because everything's just listed on Magic Eden. But say I wanted to buy something like a Bitcoin frog. Yeah, I could pull up the Bitcoin frogs and it should show a number of sites. So yeah, the cheapest price here is on Magic Eden at 0.29 Bitcoin, but they also got a blue one. So if you're looking for a blue one with a red nose, they got this one over on OKC for 0.29. I'm surprised there's no Ordinals wallet or anything. But this is a great place to go when you see certain projects pumping. So I've been doing this, and this is how I've been getting those. So like, let's take a look. If we look in the last hour, okay, this is perfect. So over on Magic Eden right now, Ordinal MaxiBiz, the original OMB, the big one. This is a blue chip in Bitcoin Ordinals, floor of almost a half a Bitcoin. That is a top trending in the last hour. The floor is 485. So now if I go over to Best in Slot and I type in OMB, yeah, let's type it out. Ordinal MaxiBiz. So here's the official collection. Okay, so the cheapest one is on Magic Eden. And this is kind of what I do. I just dig through these collections, and occasionally you find one that's like pumped way up on Magic Eden, but it had someone left one behind an Ordinals wallet or on a different site, Gamma or something. Let's see if we can find one. I want to see if we can find... Ordinals might be a good example. So the floor on Magic Eden is 3064. This might be too new, actually. It just came out last night. That one's too new. How about Ordi Rocks? So there's another 10,000 collection. And over on Magic Eden, it's 0.08 Bitcoin. Yeah, this is what I mean. So this is weird, right? So if you look at the floor price, 0.011 on Magic Eden. Is that pending? Yeah. So we got some sales pending on the floor. But they actually have more listed over on Magic Eden than, and then even here's even one on Ordinals wallet. So you got 0.0125 on Ordinals wallet, 0.012 on Magic Eden, but even so, the floor on Magic Eden just went lower, and there's some pending buys happening already. So that's interesting stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm gonna have to get into Jenny data. It sounds like it's something similar. It's basically, this is just showing you the cheapest price for all the marketplaces. So like if I'm thinking about buying something, it's almost always cheaper on Magic Eden. But sometimes you get lucky and you find something. Like I've been shopping for Goosenal. Like I want a Goosenal. I think it's going to be a blue chip. I love the art. So like yeah, this one is 0.375 on Magic Eden. We can get a green one for 366 on OKC or OKX. So it's just kind of another tool. You know, if you're digging in, trying to find the best prices, you have a specific collection in mind. Also works for BRCs. So if I wanted to buy some VMPX or some Buffy or something, I just type in VMPX, click on the BRC 20 section, and you can see there's a couple cheap batches over on Unisat. There's a couple cheap batches on OKX. And it's just another way to find the deals, find the prices. And that's where I've been digging these holidays, trying to find the best deals. But on that note, we've been going for almost 2 hours, about an hour and 40 minutes. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I got to do some Christmas gift wrapping. As you can see, it's a mad blizzard out back here. I'm cold. I want to go inside. No, I'm just playing. Thank you guys for coming out. Shout out to Howler. Shout out to Caleb. Shout out to Rolando, Craig Crypto. Dank was in here earlier. What up, Crypto Burger? We had Diavro in here. Who else we have in here earlier? Janet Rakuten. Fun times, fun times. Thank you guys for showing up. Hope you all have a good Christmas. Might be back tomorrow. Depends how the day. Might chime in for a quick crypto update, Christmas Eve style. What's up, Ruble Max? And yeah. Thank you guys for coming. If I don't talk to you tomorrow, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. We will be back, if not tomorrow, if not on Christmas, we'll be back on the 26th. Hoping to do something tomorrow, though. But if in the meantime, if you need me, I'll be over in Telegram and the XenBlocks. I'll be on Twitter at Tree City West. You can hit me up on hashhead.io. Feel free to reach out anytime. And as always, I hope you guys stay zen. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Peace.